Hello guys, my name's Dean, and welcome to my non-spoiler review for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So, first off, I think it's important to get out of the way my feelings about the previous two films in the trilogy. Star Wars Episode 7 is one of my favorite in all of Star Wars. I love it. I love the direction that J.J. Abrams took the characters and the mysteries he set up. There were some issues, followed the template of A New Hope way too closely, but it was still, to me, a very fun film. Episode 8, on the other hand, not a big fan of. That's putting it mildly. Probably my third least favorite, maybe second least favorite Star Wars film. Really don't enjoy it. So going into Star Wars Episode 9, I was happy J.J. Abrams was returning, but I was very nervous. And J.J. Abrams landed the ship. He landed the Falcon. It was phenomenal. I really enjoyed Star Wars Episode 9. Unlike critics who are, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, I didn't look it up, but I'd heard it. It's a 57 on Rotten Tomatoes. To me, that's blasphemy. When you get, what is it, like a 94 or 96 for The Last Jedi? Really, guys? Look, is The Rise of Skywalker perfect? Absolutely not. But man, is it good. So, keeping terms as vague as humanly possible for you guys, the story to me here, while just firing on all cylinders from start to finish, is compelling, it is interesting, and it provides an extremely satisfying end. And if you ask me, the thing that is most important for this film to have done right was finish the story out strong. The visuals and the action, this, that. Unlike with most films, that can take a second seat, and it doesn't. That stuff is still grade A tier. But to me, the thing that was so important is that the story was compelling. And to me, I don't mind that it's a little predictable. In fact, I predicted one of the main plots of this right after watching The Last Jedi. It was, I literally, I talked to my friends, talked to my mom. This is pretty, no, obviously not exactly, but quite similar. This is what should happen. And it happens. And I bet that happened to a lot of people. I bet one of the big things that happens in this film, many people predicted. And I'm fine with that. And I'm typically not okay with that kind of a thing. But you left, The Last Jedi was just, it took so much from this franchise that it's okay to kind of repair in a way that people wanted. And I know. And I hate The Last Jedi, so please, I'm with most people. But you ask for many of these things, and you receive, and yet this film's still getting blasted. I don't know. Look, I've seen it once. I'm seeing it again tomorrow. I might make a video updating. But the film it brought in my opinion, a satisfying end. And yeah, that I feel like some hate from episode 8 is going to continue into this. And I understand. But man, there are some flaws. Like there's a flaw with there's one thing at the end of this film where I was just like, excuse me? What just happened? On my way home, and as I thought about it, and that's the thing about these films, you think about it, I ended up liking kind of what they did somewhere at the end, and I feel like you guys will know, because it's like, whoa, out of left field. I was fine with it. I don't know if I say I like it, but I was okay with it. Whatever. Okay. And I never thought I would ever say that about something that happens toward the end of the film. There's one thing where I don't know if it's just a simple plot hole, they didn't think it through, but there's a scene where, or some scenes I should say, it's an idea, concept between Rey and Finn. And I don't know how to per se describe this, but I never got a conclusion to a plot point, which I really wanted a conclusion to. And we didn't, yet it was mentioned multiple times throughout the film. Very weird. Something, again, there are a few flaws with this film, and I'm now kind of getting into a few of the nitpicks. I talked with a few of my buddies who saw it as well, and we're talking about some of the issues that we have in the film, but by and large, the overall story, how they handled Rey and how they answered some of the questions that needed to be answered about her and about the others around, the supporting cast, the new members of the cast, in my opinion, are very good. In of themselves, they're not phenomenal, but what they do to support and enhance the characters we already have in their stories and give them background and more depth, it's really interesting, because The Last Jedi really didn't do that. Finn, I liked less after The Last Jedi and really enjoyed him in The Force Awakens. Rey, I loved after The Force Awakens. In fact, I know I'm in the minority, but I would have Finn as my third. Rey is my third favorite character in Star Wars after the Force Awakens. I go to The Last Jedi, and she just drops like 15 places. I did not like her in Last Jedi. She was, I hate to go here, a Mary Sue. She had no interesting, compelling arc. But then you get to this film, and everything gets answered. Daisy Ridley is a phenomenal actress. That was never the issue. She was charming. But her character was written so poorly. And then in this, you get an answer as to why that was. So, even if it was a last-minute thing, it fixes 7. It fixes 8. Especially fixes 8. And her arc in 8. I mean, the villains were strong and compelling, and obviously from the trailers, we know Palpatine's in this. He was fascinating in this. There's a scene with Palpatine which is just beautiful for a Star Wars fan who wants to see the power of the Force. You have to watch the film to see that. But from start to finish, it was compelling. The characters were interesting. It was funny. And the ending felt satisfying. And it was just good. If I had to rate this film, I'll give it a critical 9, maybe 9.5, honestly. A critical 9. I'll be a little harsher on it. From an enjoyment level, at the moment, it's a 10 out of 10. And I know I can be prisoner of the moment. I know I'm a lot easier than most people are. But I want to enjoy this film. Or I wanted to enjoy this film, I should say. I hated The Last Jedi. But I'm not going to be in the boot camp of, oh, well, it's the final one, I better enjoy it. Because, I want to be able to enjoy it. No. I genuinely enjoyed the saga. And this is my opinion. You guys can have whatever opinion you want. That's perfectly fine. And to me, J.J. Abrams landed the Falcon beautifully. Landed the ship, landed the saga. And now episodes 1 through 9 are fascinating to me. So, final verdict, I'm going to give it, and I'm giving it a critical 9, because that Finn thing really irked me. With Finn and this little plot that never took off and was never resolved. And I'm not sure about something that happened between Rey. I won't get into it. But I'm not crazy about it, but I don't per se mind it. We'll see if they ever decide in 15 years, hey, let's make some more money. Let's make 10, 11, 12. If they don't, I'm happy with where the story ends. And to me, that's what I wanted. I wanted a satisfying, and yeah, I wanted a safe film. And this film plays it safe. It's very different. It's very unique. But man, I was so let down with Last Jedi, especially when I loved The Force Awakens so much. And, final thing. I kind of touched on it. This just does justice to every character. Luke, Leia. Leia's beautiful in this film. She's handled so beautifully. Rey is to me back to that number 3 spot for favorite characters. You have Han, you have Luke, and then you have Rey. But all the characters in this film were done justice. Kylo, which I've been mixed on, absolutely loved in this film. Loved Kylo in this film. The Knights of Ren were fascinating. And I'm thinking about these things as I go. You've got an interesting story. Just the premise. I'm just ranting. This is turning into review / rant, but rant in a good way. I love how they handled the plot doesn't feel really like anything else. The third act, you could argue, okay, it kind of Return of the Jedi-esque. It's kind of Last Jedi-esque. I mean, okay. It doesn't bother me. Some cool cameos. Great film. Really great film. You know, after I watch it tomorrow, I think I might make another update. But if you guys are on the fence of should I watch this film, should I not watch this film, go out, watch it, and make up your own mind on this film. Many people are being negative. And if you watch the film and come out and be, oh, I don't like that. If you don't like that, that's perfectly fine. But if you're like me, who went into it, open mind. I want to watch this because I want to see if I enjoy it or not. I went in, I got everything I could have wanted and more. To me, this is one of my favorite Star Wars films. We'll see if that holds up after second viewing, third, fourth, fifth, 100th viewing. But for right now, as you can tell, big Star Wars fan. May the Force be with you always. And man, am I happy that this is, in my opinion, the saga came to a fun, enjoyable conclusion. All right, guys. Good night. Or good morning.